広がる希望の翼何度でも僕らは生まれ変わる
Hello guys, this is Safio San from K2 Ride.
Yes!
And today I will be sharing you my Link Joker deck list.
Woo!
So to start things off, I'll be playing just a Selenium for starter, and I'll keep a unicorn inside my deck. So you know the skill for unicorn. If you have a lock unit, you can counterblast this into the soul and lock another unit. But for Selenium, I think some of you don't know, so I'll just tell it briefly here. If your opponent has a lock unit, you can simply just take this back to your hand. Why is this so? Maybe it could change the outcome of your game, because just a card, a 10k for me, can make a huge difference at the end game compared to Dusttail, which is already on your field. And although you can put in the soul and lock a front row to prevent your opponent from attacking, however, this only lasts for a turn. So for me, I'd rather have something that and so this card for me to return back when my opponent has a lock unit, it can make a difference at a later part of the game. So my trigger lineup will be 4 draw triggers, 8 crates, and 4 heals. So basically you can see here that I played 2 different types of draw. Is to just fool my opponent thinking that I play more than 4 draws. Alright, so for my great ones, I play 2 Eagles, 3 Palladium, 4 Lanthanium, 3 Perfect Guards, and 2 Chaos Beat Dragons. Okay, so you know the skill is a 10k booster for your Vanguard when you have more regards than your opponent. Palladium skill, counterblast 1 and put this into the soul to lock back the card that your opponent just unlocked. Lanthanium skill, when it's on the field and your opponent units got locked by the effect, it gains 2k for one of them. Perfect Guard, you have to drop a Link Joker card to nullify the attack. And Chaos Beat Dragon skill, it gains 5000 boost for Chaos Breaker Dragon if there's at least a unit locked in your opponent's field. For my grade 2s, I play 3 Vanillas, Krypton, 4 Radon, 2 Tungstens, and 2 Colony Makers. Now for Krypton, I'll use it because I'll basically focus on riding Krypton first, because for a 10k base it's actually quite good, because usually opponents tend to ride those 9k's grade 2 nowadays, and you can simply, and usually they still have a 5k starter to boost them, and basically they're hitting at 13k Vanguard, 14k attack. So simply you just got a 10k and it will no pass. So that's why I'll target to ride a Krypton. So for the grade 3s, I have 4 Break Rides, just 1 Nebula Lord, and 3 Chaos Breaker Dragons. So basically for my grade 3, Infinite Zero skill is when you ride another unit on top of it, it gains 10,000 power and you are able to lock 1 front row and back row units. Up to 1 of front row, 1 front and 1 back. So Nebula Lord skill, for every locked opponent units, you are able to get 3,000 power for your front row, and you can counterblast 2 to lock the hind row. For Chaos Breaker skill, counterblast Blunt and drop 1 Star Vader card from your hand to the drop zone to lock 1 opponent unit. And its limit break is when your opponent unlocks at the end of their turn, you can Soul Blast 1 to retire 1 and draw 1. So let's talk about why I built my deck this way. It's because that my deck emphasizes on saving up my resources during the early game and give them a full force during the mid game. So how would I do it is to make them guard 15k. I'll target to make them guard at least 15k for my rear guards and my Vanguard. So how I do this? So simply you see my grade 1 starters. So this Eagle and the Chaos Beat Dragons are the main boosters for my rear guards and Vanguard. It's because I play the Aurora Eagles is because to give universal 10k boost to both my Chaos Breaker and my Nebula Lord Dragon if I have more rear guards than my opponent, which should have no problem because I'll be locking them consistently. For why I play 3 Paladin is because you won't use them a lot and it is a very good 7k boost. So you may not use the skill but it's still a good booster. And usually when I'll play Paladin is after I want to break right again to my Chaos Breaker or Nebula Lord, so that when I break right they'll simply have 3 lock units already, and usually I'll lock both of their front row and their Vanguard booster so that they only can attack with your Vanguard and I'll just guard them for a no pass, which is simple because I just have to guard for 15k. So why I play Lanternium only is because Lanternium is actually already quite a good booster and simply just have to support Radon or Tungsten when there's just at least 1 lock unit, and Lanternium is already a 9k boost. So you can actually hit or a 21k to their Vanguard, which is already costly for them because they have to use 2 cards worth of 15k guards. And Colony Maker I only use 2 because since I already collected resources I may not use them, and it's just a matter of flexibility for me to call my other grade 1 such as or grade 0, so I can at least additionally lock the other rear guards so that I restrict their attacks to at least 2 or only they can attack with their Vanguard.
But most important just the swarming.
Yeah. So basically Coil Maker is good to use, and it just has the cost of Countless 1 when my opponent has a lock unit, and you can call to any rear guard circle a grade 1 or below. And after that, Colony Maker can just be used to intercept because Colony Maker doesn't have any other skills after that. So usually I'll intercept it after that.
Infinite Zero Nebula.
Yeah.
No, just say like Nebula, the good finisher with
Yeah.
Infinite Zero.
Yeah, so
So what do you think are the good matchups and bad matchups?
The good matchups will be those units, clans that depend on their regards for powers. Examples would be examples would be Liberators, because that they have they use their regards as power. So if you just lock at least 2, that could actually handicap them quite a lot. Just for simple break right could actually handicap them a bit because they are already restricted to 2 attacks. And another clan, which is Shadow Paladin, may be also affected. If usually if I play with Shadow Paladins, I will purposely have the damage higher first. So I would rather not guard and hit myself 4 damage first, so that I can break right first. So that they are not able to retire those units to use Raging Form Dragon. So they have a less chance of so they have to think twice before using Raging Form skill because since they have 2 lock units, so they have to call more from their hand and lose their hand size just to use Raging Form skill. and that's why I play 4 Inferior 0. And the reason why I use Chaos Break Dragon is usually simple, so that I can specifically target their front row, so that they are restricted to 2 and save more hand size. And if I just need a hand size, I simply just have to Soul Blast 1 and retire that unit, and I can draw 1, so to get a greater hand advantage. And Nebula Lord is for me to use when I know I'm a close step to 1 step closer to victory. So
what the bad matchup? You haven't talked about the bad matchups yet?
For bad matchups, I think that there's still more room for improvement to go against clans such as Akafos, because they know how to rush you before you reach the grade 3, and that could be a very big problem because it is mainly weak during the early game because you don't have those 10k grade 1s which you can see some people use, and this deck focuses on the mid game only.
Yeah. Then what? Oh yeah, retiring decks also.
Sorry?
Retiring decks also can affect Link Joker.
Yep.
Especially since they can target the Palladium and the 7k booster.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, many players will feel disadvantaged fighting against Link Joker since they have to play differently against the Link Joker player. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Link Joker is meta, so it's strong.
Well, since everyone is all playing Link Joker.
DP can counter Link Joker.
Well, but it also really depends on the player and how he changes play style.
Yeah.
Otherwise he will just get locked. He will just get affected by the continuous lock of CBD all day.
Yes, skill-based matchup seems yukai.
Okay, so yeah, so we have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Keep watching, liking, and commenting and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for your attention.
This has been Safio Sad.